You believe in God, but the knot only pulls tighter. Constant noise. You pray, stretching yourself in every direction, searching for rest. You try to stay strong, but the path feels scattered and thin. But something feels off. A subtle distortion moving beneath the quiet. You feel it clouding your vision and staining your peace. Deep inside, a crack that only you can see. An emptiness stretching behind every step you take. You can't explain. Losing your edges in the vast white silence. Even in silence, sure, the hollow space feels bigger than your faith. It's still there, a weight that doesn't leave after amen. You try to ignore it, but the light just won't stay steady. But it stays, a mist that swallows your hope. Quiet, pulling you into the cold depths of self. Heavy, losing the rhythm of the peace you once knew. Empty, just a hollow and silent white sky. You don't understand it. Why the void remains so vast and so quiet. You're doing everything right, checking every box of the life you were told to lead. At least you think you are. But the shadow of doubt keeps getting longer. But something feels missing. A piece of the soul that drifted away while you weren't looking. You can't see it clearly. The image is blurred by a fog you can't wipe away. You can't explain it. Why you feel so out of sync with your own life. And it frustrates you, watching the warmth slowly bleed out into the cold. Because you're trying, contracting your heart to fit a smaller space, really trying to make an impact in a world that feels too big. To feel something, waiting for the foundation to finally stop moving. Anything, a pulse of joy that stays for more than a second. But it doesn't come. The answers are being wiped away by the silence. And that scares you. The fear that the emptiness is all there is. Because you don't know why. Too many shadows and not enough clear light. And no one talks about it. this lonely secret you keep inside the sanctuary. So you try harder, pushing against the weight of your own heart. You pray more, asking for an exit from the hollow space. You think more, turning the same questions over and over, and more, until the space to breathe disappears. But it doesn't help. The effort only leaves you more alone. It gets heavier, swallowing the vision you once held. You feel stuck, moving in a world made of sand, trapped in your thoughts. No air, no light, just the noise. Nothing feels clear. A labyrinth with no center, no direction, just more white emptiness. No answer, only the sound of a door staying shut. Just pressure, breaking what was once solid, and silence that follows you into every room. You feel distant, slipping away from yourself, even from God. A cold and quiet distance, disconnected, unmoored in the middle of the deep, confused, searching for a horizon that isn't there, tired, the weight, finally, too much to carry, overwhelmed, pressed by walls made of white ink, still empty, just a hollow and quiet silence. But here's what you're missing. The door is finally cracked open. It's not your belief. That was never the problem. That's the problem. The weight is beginning to lift. It's what you're holding. The things you weren't meant to carry. You've been carrying it, this heavy burden of secret pain, this whole time, thinking you had to do it all alone, trying to feel something, searching for a pulse in the dark without letting go. You kept your hands tightly closed, of what's inside, the fear that the damage is forever. That's why it feels empty. Not because God left, but because you are tired. Not because God is distant. He was in the room the whole time. But because you're holding tension, clinging to control, like it was air, you haven't released it. You kept it all locked inside. You've been controlling it, forcing the peace to stay. Even in prayer, you were still fighting yourself. Peace doesn't enter forcefully. It waits for an open heart. And it comes through release, softening the edges of your soul. And that changes everything. A single and deep shift. This is the shift. The moment you stop pushing right here in the quiet where He actually lives. You're holding everything inside, keeping it all locked in the dark. Every thought, every word you never dared to say, every fear that whispered you weren't good enough, every pressure, the weight of trying too hard. You keep it locked in, protecting a heart already broken, calling it strength. But stone doesn't mean you're safe. But it's not. Strength is found in letting go. It's weight, a burden that was never yours. You need to release it. Wash your soul in the light. Not hold it tighter. Tension will only leave you empty. Not control it. P is not a weapon. Just let it go. Open your hands to the sky. Step by step, finding the silver stillness. Little by little, the storm finally runs out of rain. Gently, resting in the come. Honestly, no more walls to climb. This is where it changes. a heart starting to mirror grace, not in effort, but in the quiet of being held, but in surrender, letting the space grow wide. That's the release. Finding the center of your soul. That frees you, weightless for the first time. Even if it feels hard, the light is more than enough. It's real. You are finally home. It's working. The rhythm of peace returns. Let it go. Everything that isn't the light. Now something finally changes. The light is filling the broken parts. Not outside, in the noise of the world, but deep within, but inside. Anew and tender. Life is starting quietly, stretching into the deep soil of grace, without pressure, unfolding at the speed of love, without force, just warmth, melting the remaining cold. Just process the slow work of being mended. You're healing. The rough edges are finally fading. Even if you don't see it, progress is happening in the quiet. Even if it's slow, a single and steady beat of hope. It's happening. Softness, where there used to be stone. Step by step, building on a foundation that will hold. Little by little, the fog is finally clearing away. You're changing into the person you were meant to be from within, where true peace always began. Not forced, but a natural breath of the soul. Not fake, a light that actually stays, but real, solid, ground beneath your feet. This is healing, rising out of the old ways, through release, giving the final fight, through surrender, finding the peace you were promised. You made progress, even when it felt like standing still. Even if unseen, the foundation finally set. You're moving forward into a brand new day. You're healing. Rest in the restoration. And slowly, the storm of the soul finally settles. Your mind quiets. The static is gone from the glass. Not empty, but filled with a light that is weightless, but peaceful, floating in the ocean of grace. You're not fighting anymore. You have finally let go. You're not forcing anything, just resting in the dawn. You're just present, aware of being loved, and that's enough. Sure, simply, sir, you feel it. A warmth that stays. Stability. Firm. Solid ground. Calm. Silent and deep. Clarity. Seeing the no true horizon. Peace. The kind that stays. Finally, everything in balance. You can breathe. Inhale the grace. No pressure, just being held. No weight. The heart is light. Just stillness. This sacred room, this is it. The beginning of peace. Peace. Rest. Now, God isn't far from you. He was in the room all along. You just held too much, gripping what was never yours, and couldn't feel peace because your hands were full until you released it. The moment the light entered, that's where it begins. In the quiet of grace, not in effort, but in being perfectly held, but in surrender, letting the world fall away. That's the truth. You are safe here. That frees you from the person you used to be. That's peace. Welcome. Your life